In recent years, Russia has significantly modernized its nuclear capabilities. This includes updating its nuclear triad land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers. New systems like the Mobile Yars intercontinental ballistic missiles and the Poseidon underwater nuclear drone underscore this effort. These advancements ensure Russia's nuclear arsenal remains a central pillar of its military strategy. A 2024 assessment indicated Russia possesses around 4,380 operational nuclear warheads, with over 1,700 strategically deployed. By 2025, the number of warheads could rise to 5,800, with 1,500 ready to deploy. President Putin asserts these upgrades make Russia's nuclear capabilities more sophisticated than those of the United States. In October 2024, a large-scale nuclear forces exercise, overseen by President Putin, showcased the launch of intercontinental ballistic missiles and cruise missiles. Through these efforts, Russia seeks to maintain a strategic edge and secure its geopolitical interests. Russia's nuclear strategy is heavily influenced by the escalate to de-escalate doctrine. This policy posits that the threat or limited use of nuclear weapons can compel an adversary to back down. Codified in Russia's revised nuclear doctrine in November 2024, this approach allows for nuclear responses to conventional attacks if perceived to threaten Russian or allied sovereignty. The doctrine lowers the threshold for nuclear engagement, permitting a response even to attacks by non-nuclear states if supported by nuclear powers. Critics argue that this strategy is inherently destabilizing, increasing the risk of nuclear conflict. It relies on the assumption that adversaries will yield under the threat or use of nuclear force, a gamble that could have catastrophic consequences if misjudged. Ultimately, escalate to de-escalate adds a layer of complexity and unpredictability to international security dynamics. The relationship between Russia and NATO has become increasingly strained, characterized by mutual distrust and military posturing. NATO's expansion and military readiness on its eastern flank have been perceived by Russia as direct threats to its security. In response, Russia has increased its military activities, including the deployment of nuclear-capable systems near NATO borders. Recent joint military exercises with Belarus further highlight Russia's preparedness to counter perceived NATO aggression. In these exercises, Russia practiced deploying tactical nuclear weapons, demonstrating a willingness to use them in regional conflicts. President Putin's warnings about the use of long-range weapons by Ukraine, supported by NATO, exemplify the precarious nature of current relations. Both sides must navigate this complex geopolitical landscape carefully to avoid unintended escalations that could lead to broader conflicts. Section 4. Understanding Putin's nuclear strategy. Vladimir Putin's strategic thinking regarding nuclear weapons is deeply rooted in maintaining Russia's national security and international standing. He views nuclear weapons not only as a deterrent, but also as a tool for asserting Russia's influence on the global stage. This perspective is shaped by a belief that Russia is encircled by adversaries, particularly from the West. Putin's approach to nuclear strategy is heavily influenced by a desire to project strength and ensure Russia's sovereignty is respected. His public statements often emphasize the advanced capabilities of Russia's nuclear arsenal, suggesting a readiness to use these weapons if necessary. The strategic use of nuclear weapons also serves as leverage in diplomatic negotiations. Understanding his intentions requires analyzing how he balances these elements to protect Russia's interests in an increasingly multipolar world. Section 5. Consequences of a Russian nuclear strike. The potential consequences of a Russian nuclear strike are profound and far-reaching. Such an action would likely lead to massive loss of life, both immediate and through the long-term effects of radiation exposure. Beyond the immediate destruction, a nuclear strike would trigger severe geopolitical repercussions. It would almost certainly provoke a military response from other nuclear powers, potentially escalating into a full-scale nuclear conflict. The resultant global instability could lead to widespread economic collapse as markets react to the uncertainty and disruption of international trade. Fallout from nuclear detonations could spread across continents, affecting agriculture and leading to food shortages. A Russian nuclear strike would fundamentally alter the global security landscape, reshaping alliances and prompting a reconsideration of nuclear policies worldwide. Section 6. Global Measures for Nuclear Stability. To mitigate the threat posed by Russia's nuclear posture, the international community must take proactive steps. Diplomatic engagement is essential to de-escalate tensions and establish communication channels that can prevent misunderstandings. This includes reinvigorating arms control agreements that limit the proliferation and deployment of nuclear weapons. Increasing transparency around military exercises and nuclear capabilities can help build trust and reduce the likelihood of misinterpretation. Communication between military leaders, particularly during crises, is crucial to avoid escalation. Strengthening international norms against the use of nuclear weapons is another critical step. By addressing the root causes of tension and promoting dialogue, the international community can work towards a safer, more secure world, free from the threat of nuclear conflict.